By the end of this video, we'll be walking around Wolfenstein 3D in Godot. But here's the catch. I will be rendering the game inside a label. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's start with the basics. You're probably wondering what the hell you're even looking at here. These are just letters. Watch what happens when I sort them in a very specific way. Can you tell yet? That's right. They are ordered by how much ink they have. This is called a character ramp, and it's the backbone of ASCII art. You basically map how bright a pixel is to how much ink a character has, and suddenly text can draw pictures. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is exactly how we're going to attempt to render Wolfenstein with text inside a label. For those of you too young to remember the 90s, computers were potatoes, like actual potatoes. So real 3D was basically a novelty, and most games just faked it. Battlezone drew the whole world in glowing wireframe. Outrun scaled flat sprites to fake a road rushing at you. Even the SNES faked a 3D floor in F-Zero, that famous Mode 7 trick. Clever stuff, all of it. But proper first-person 3D running on a normal PC, that didn't really happen until 1992, when a programmer called John Carmack at ID Software shipped Wolfenstein 3D. Back in the day, this was revolutionary. Okay, so the trick he used is called raycasting, and it's basically just perspective drawing. Things far away look small, things up close look big. So for every vertical strip of the screen, you shoot one ray out from the player until it hits a wall, and measure how far away it is. Close wall, tall slice. Far wall, short slice. Okay, so here is my first attempt at it. What is that? What am I even looking at? This is supposed to be the first level of the game. Yeah, it didn't really work. Turns out, I made a pretty huge mistake. If you're using characters as pixels, they all have to be the exact same width. Otherwise, the columns don't line up. Man, I should have seen this coming. Okay, so let's switch to a monospaced font where every glyph is the exact same size. Bet you didn't think the fix for a 3D rendering problem would be a font setting. Anyways, there we go. Okay. We can sort of see something now, but we're going to need way more characters than that. Let's crank the resolution up a bit. More characters. Yes, more characters. It's starting to take shape. Now hold on, something's off here. Did you guys notice what happened? The brightness is flipped. I mapped the bright surfaces to the faint characters and the dark ones to the dense characters, which on a black screen is completely backwards. I'm actually a bit mad I didn't catch this sooner. Let's flip the ramp, and yeah, there it is. Called it. Now we can render something that actually looks like a Wolfenstein. Okay, fine, I mean just walls. To demonstrate it is actually a wall, let's make the player move around in here. And honestly, this part is simpler than it sounds. All we have to do is change the player's position and the direction they're facing, and then just recast every ray every single frame from the new spot. The world isn't moving, the camera is. I know some of you thought I'd reach for a proper 3D camera here, didn't you? Look at me, walking around like I own the place. Not bad. Watching it move for the first time, this part was insane. My jaw, I'll admit, kinda dropped. Because I messed up again. The walls are all curved, like I'm looking through a fishbowl. And yes, I forgot collisions exist. Classic, Johnny. How embarrassing. Anyways, let's fix this quickly. Okay, it works now, thank God. Right, so now I'm stuck in this one room because this is entirely on me. I never actually implemented opening doors. Whatever, we'll come back to it. What is clear to me now is that this room is honestly looking kind of sad. We need textures. So instead of one flat shade per wall, we read its actual texture. The ray already knows where on the wall it hit, which means we can grab the strip of the picture, run it down the column and let each character match the brightness. Something you might not have noticed though, we redo all of these for every character, every frame. Well, look at that. It's actually almost recognizable now. This blew my mind, honestly. This frame right here got me. I think tears actually rolled down my face. Could have been the ice train. 6 hours of staring at ASCII does things to a man. So if you made it this far with just a black screen filled with green text, you are part of my crowd. Hit the like button and subscribe, cause my future videos will be right up your alley. Right, so I hear you, enough with the green. If only there was some easy way to add a bit of color. Well, let me have a look. Okay, now I can see it clearly. We just need to replace our label with a rich text label. And look at that. All of this with nothing but text. It's cinema, absolute cinema. The best hacks are the ones that absolutely should not work, but do. We've got walls, textures, color, but let's be real. It's missing one key detail. The enemies. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.